Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Joy and I am happy. Okay, so I'm coming to do like an update, or not really an update. It is sort of an update. And to explain the box that I received on Thanksgiving. Who recorded it? I think Erica had recorded it. If you haven't watched it, you can go back and watch it. Basically, my mother, brother, and sister surprised. Well, it was a surprise, and they also blessed my family like tremendously. But let me show you the box again. So this was the box, and it says "Trust in the Lord." So now it sits on my desk. And so inside was a candle, some balled up money, these envelopes, and one other thing, but it's behind there. I gotta get it. So I don't even know how many envelopes it was. I think it was like 6 envelopes. Let me put them in order right fast. So I can explain each one. Because each one does have some type of meaning behind it. Alright, so I'm gonna try not to cry. Y'all better not make me cry. Y'all, I put my hair in. I thought I straightened it all out, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with why I'm sitting here now. So, like I said, I'm going to explain to you some things about, well, the backstory behind these envelopes. I'll put it like that. So, this first envelope says, "Remember, we love you all. The biz was just a beginning." So, the story behind that is, I don't even remember when we moved back to Maryland. I think we moved to Maryland like 2015, 2016, somewhere around that time. So when we first got here, we moved in with my brother. He has a nice big house, and then we got our own place. We got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in Andrews Air Force Base, like over there. So we were there for a little while, and then, well, before we moved to where, I'm being so confused. Okay, so we was in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Well, my husband got a job at an apartment complex, and so after a certain amount of time, you can move on to the property. They say they give you a discount. It ain't a whole lot, but it was a discount. So we moved to where he was working. The only thing was, it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. But the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom was about to open in like January, February, and this was in November. So he was like, okay, we can hold out for that long. So fast forward to early part of this year, the government shut down, and so the man that was living in that apartment decided he couldn't move at that time, so we couldn't move to a 3-bedroom. So did we have anything in storage? No, we didn't even have a storage at this point. So by us only having 2 bedrooms, we didn't have anywhere to put our beds. I did keep all our mattresses. So because I had just bought the kids brand new beds. So me and Andre had our bed, and all the kids had just got a new mattress, well, a new whole bed. So Erica took her bed. Did she take her mattress too? I think Erica took her bed and her mattress with her, because she was living with my mother at the time. So that left 5 beds. So it was Lola's bed and Ashley's bed. Well, we didn't have space for it, so did we put both of them in? I think we put both their beds in my mother's basement, I think, or we gave them away, something like that. I don't remember. I think we gave one away and left one in the basement. So, but we kept the mattresses because we had bunk beds from when we lived with my brother. Well, my mother bought the bunk beds 20 years ago. And so that's the beds. So we went and got the bunk beds from my brother's house and brought it over to this apartment. So that was the 2 mattresses. Well, the little ones had those little plastic flimsy beds. They weren't nothing but like $30. So we gave those away. But I didn't sell their mattresses. I kept those. So we moved here. Well, we moved to the other place around there. Same story. We were supposed to be in there for a little while, and then until we got our 3-bedroom, which is where we're here now, where we're at now. So that's the story behind the beds. Number 2, it's not easy raising 6 children. Then you take on your cousin's child. That's awesome. So I've never told the story of how we came about to have my cousin's daughter. So I know y'all have seen her before. I call her my sister cousin. Her mom died, or her mother got killed when she was 1. And so she was raised by my aunt and my mother. That's why I call her my sister cousin. So her daughter, Sky, which is, I don't have a good picture of her. Her daughter, Sky, was killed in a car accident in February of 2017. Fast forward to December 5th, 2017, she had another little girl, which was in the same year. Like, I think she might have been pregnant at the time. Not for sure. But December 5th, she was born. Fast forward to sometime earlier part of the summer, I want to say, maybe June, July. I seen something posted on Facebook, and it sort of, you like, hold up. She said, if I leave here, like, take care of my daughter. Something to those words. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it scared the hell out of me. It scared me. So I told my mother. I think I told my mother, my brother, my uncle, and I think I talked to my sister and my husband about it. So we was trying to figure out what we was gonna do, you know. So my mother was like, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna pick her up and we're gonna keep her for the rest of the summer. All right, cool. So I picked her up July 19th, and I know the date because Erica and Ashley went to a concert that day of, I don't know, BTS? Pretty much. BTS or pretty much one of them, I don't remember. So she went to that concert. They went to that concert, and well, earlier that morning, my mother texted me and was like, we got to go pick up Alea. I'm like, all right, cool. Where's she at? She was all the way out in Sterling, Virginia, and we lived in Suitland, Camp Springs. Okay, sit down. You better not jump on my couch. Which was a long way away. So the thing was, she was like, well, she's at the babysitter's. She don't have her car seat. And the car seat was at my cousin's house, but my cousin was at work. So my mother was like, all right, we always have extra car seats. So we drove to my brother's house because that's where the extra car seat was, and my mother's car. She has a car in the van. She don't drive her car. So we drove to get that, and then we drove out to Sterling and picked her up. And when we trying to find out where she was, well, she gave me the address, but I didn't have the apartment number. So she was taking too long with the apartment number, y'all. So I was like, I said, I'm about to go start knocking on doors. Y'all taking too long. Don't play with me. So anyway, finally got up there. She was on the top floor of this apartment complex. And I knocked on the door. He opened the door. And when she see me, y'all, she just started screaming and started running, y'all. I was like, ah! Because I hadn't seen her in a couple months. So we was all excited. So we got her. Me and my mother had a conversation on the way home. It wasn't... I'm trying not to cry. I ain't gonna cry. But it was just like reminiscent of my childhood, because back in the day, my mother used to do the same thing. My mother and my Uncle Russell. We lived here in Maryland, And we would go, I would say we'd probably leave like on a Friday night, drive to Indiana, pick up all my cousins, and come back here, and we'd be back here by Sunday. Like, and I mean, for a long time, like for some years, I remember doing this. And even at one point, one of my cousins I don't know if she needed a place to stay. I don't know how she got here, but her dad, which is my Uncle Russell, she came and she was living with us. And she had a son at the time. I think we were in high school. I think we were maybe in the 10th grade. And she had a son, Dwayne, and he was probably 1. And so they stayed with us for a couple months. They went to school, you know, all the whole night. And then all of a sudden, police at the door. Her mother called the police and said my mother either kidnapped her or something, whatever it was. Y'all, my mama went to jail. She didn't stay. It wasn't, once they figured out everything, it was fine. But it was just the initial point that my mother would kidnap somebody's child. Mind you, we living in the hood of the hood. I don't know if we had 2 bedrooms. No, we was in a 3-bedroom at this time. We was in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. And so it was me, my brother, my sister, my cousin, her son. Alexa, stop. No, you gotta wait. And we was living, my mother had a daycare. And yeah, it was just, but after that happened, everything just, so she went home, her and her son, they went back home to Indiana, and then we moved on. Fast forward till, it was, I don't even know, at the end of the summer. By this time, the kids, well, not my kids, but Erica was going back to school, and my mother was going back to work, and my mother was like, I told her I was only going to keep her till the end of the summer, and it was just something like, I didn't want to put her back, I didn't want to put her back in that environment. From what I have heard, I don't know how much of it is true, she would go to the babysitters, and she would be there for days at a time, weeks at a time, because the day I picked her up, I was like, where's all her stuff? He was like, oh, this all she got. She ran out of Pampers. She ran out of wipes. I've been using his. Because the guy that was there was her friend, boyfriend, or whatever. I don't know the exact whatever. But they had 2 kids of their own, and he was watching all of them. And he did give me a pamper or 2 to take with me until we got back to where we were going. So, but we got that taken care of. And so between then and now, y'all, so much has went on. I don't know how much I can say without, well, look, I don't care, because I ain't did nothing wrong. My cousin know I got her. She got permission. Her dad, Lord help him, he trying his hardest, but he messing with the wrong one. Because stuff that I need to do for her, like take her to the dentist, take her to the eye doctor because she cross-eyed, take her to the doctors to get her shots, like stuff like that. He got her insurance information and he won't give it to me. He said he don't trust me. Mind y'all, I done had her since July. She hadn't been to the doctor the whole time I had her. So, like, are you serious? In order for me to take her to the doctor, his mother had to go with me, which I did not mind at all. Like, okay, that's fine. She just got to get out here to the doctor. Well, they made a doctor's appointment at on Bennett Road in D.C. at like, I think it was 2:45 in the afternoon. Y'all, I live in Wheaton. If you Google Wheaton to Silver Spring, let me see how long it is. It's over an hour. It might be just an hour. Siri, how far is it from Wheaton to Bennett Road Metro Station? Really? My phone went out after turning on. Wheaton to Bennett Road Metro Station. Wheaton.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Wheaton, Maryland to Bennett Road Metro Station. Why I keep saying Savannah Road? I don't even.
Here's what I found.
Yeah. Anyway, let me continue. It's like an hour, give or take. And then around that time of day, it was just like going to be impossible. Like, I had just put my kids in school, which is a whole nother story. I ain't even get to that part yet.
Okay, here's what I found.
I'm really pressed to find this out.
It looks like Bering Road Station is about 16 miles away by car.
16 miles away by car. Where was I? I don't know. Well, she done been here all this time. He works out of state. He travels for work out of state. He comes home. He's only had her once, I think, since July. Maybe. No, he's had her twice. He's had her twice since July. She's been here with us pretty much every day. She did go away. She spent a week with her dad for Thanksgiving, and then now she's with her mom for she was gone for 2 weeks. She'll be back Friday. Her birthday is tomorrow. She turns 2 tomorrow. Yeah. Anyway, let me go on, y'all. This video gonna be super long. It says, so envelope number 3. I done got all off the subject. We are here for you all. Erica, Andre, Ashley, Aaron, Andrew, Jordan, Faith. And Faith is her middle name. Her name is Alea Faith. It takes a village to raise a family. Always remember to keep God in your life. So that goes on to the village thing. Fam, this was not my idea, but it fit the occasion. I gave the most. Your sister and brother gave the rest. Just kidding. I don't know what that means. Probably the money that was in there. This envelope. Was it 6 envelopes? I thought it was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it must only been 5. No. Oh, okay. This one about. A few dollars so you can buy your own candles. Look. So last year, my mother went to Candle Day, Bath and Body Works. They $8.95. I ain't know about Bath and Body Works candle. I just knew the lotion and the sprays, and I wasn't even really a big fan. So she gave me 1 candle, y'all. Mind y'all, she had probably 20 candles. I got one, my brother got one, my sister got one. Y'all, all year long, she has not, I ask her every time I go over there, Mom, can I get a candle? Y'all, she give me these little cheap, generic candles.
Mom, can get candy?
I don't even have one down here.
Mom, you don't get candy?
I don't got no candy. Anyway, she would not give me, she has never given me a candy since then. Like, and when I burned it, I was like, oh my gosh. And then that's when I found out about Bath and Body Works. Come on, you want to say hi? Don't jump because I'm on the floor. You ain't jumping up. You scratched your face?
No, because last night Jordan scratched me.
Okay. Get your water bottles and put them in the trash because you're done drinking your water. And clean your table off. Jordan, get up and clean your stuff off your table. Now.
Water bottle.
So it says, just a small token for you and Andre. Oh, for you, Andre, and the children to help you along this season. Love always, us. And y'all, I done already started buying Christmas gifts. I bought, they already seen it. They just can't play with it. They got the, I gotta find it now. Ooh. I bought 4 of the Kindle Fire 7s, I think, the kids edition. So, we got 4 of those. So the 4 little ones get those. Erica, what's my 4 little ones? I don't know my kids' name. Aaron, Andrew, Jordan, and Alea. They get those things. Yes.
Can you get me on a tablet?
One day.
No, today.
I got my hair done. Well, I did it myself,
Mom.
but
Mom.
I did record it. I did alright. Yes.
Can you use the tablet right now?
No.
Cause
No.
we got a tablet.
Anyway, so
Mom.
that's it. So that's the story behind the box and what's been going on in our life. All my kids are in. Well, the other 4 kids are in school now. But we'll talk about that in another video. Bye, y'all.